Today we're going to learn about one of the most baffling and frustrating letter patterns in the English language, the silent final E. One of the first rules we learn in reading is that if there's an E at the end, the vowel that comes before it says its name. And while that's often true, it's also often not true. There are many words that just don't fit this pattern. Final E's are confusing both in reading and in spelling. And knowing the reasons for having a silent final E makes reading and spelling easier. The silent E has several jobs. In this video, we'll introduce the 4 most common, and we'll focus on just the first job. In future videos, we'll look at more. The first job of the silent E is to direct the vowel to say its name. It changes the vowel sound from short to long. The second job is to follow a U or a V. In English, words cannot end in U or V. The third job is to soften a C or a G. The fourth job that we'll look at is that a silent final E can complete a syllable. All syllables must have a vowel. This job for the silent E directs the vowel to say its name, and this is the one that we teach first in reading. Let's look at some examples here. Notice that each of these end in an E. Sometimes there's one consonant between the vowel and the final E, and sometimes there's 2. Let's sound these out. We would notice that there's an E, so we tell ourselves, okay, the vowel says its name, so ape, cape. Notice that there's a silent E. We see that there's an I, so this word is going to have the I sound. Pipe, cube, bone. Here's one that has 2 consonants together, a consonant blend. The E would still make the A say its name, so this word would be paste. Paste, clothe. Here the E actually does another job that we will talk about later, but it is still a silent E. The O is still saying its name. Clothe. The next word, change. And notice that the G does become a soft G. And the last one, waste. Let's try some sentences. Look through the sentence first. Find the silent E's. Look at the vowel and determine what sound that vowel is going to make. In both of these silent E words, the A will say its name. So crate and crane. Ready? Lift the crate with a crane. Let's look at the next one. Notice that there's a lot of K's here. Kate got a, there's no E, so that means that it's going to not be, the vowel is not going to say its name. It's going to be the I. So Kate got a kit to make a kite. Let's try that one again. Kate got a kit to make a kite. Okay, the sentences are getting a little bit longer here. Let's preview the words. Here's a silent E, so the A is going to say its name. Here's a silent E. The O will say its name. And the very last word, another silent E, so that's going to be an O sound. Ready? The cake on the stove went up in smoke. Put it together, smoke, smoke. The cake on the stove went up in smoke. If I'm reading a sentence where I'm having a more of a difficult time sounding out words, I always want to read the sentence again for meaning, because the first time I'm looking at it, I'm trying to figure out the words are, and I'm not really concentrating on the meaning. So there's nothing wrong with reading this sentence again. Okay, next. It is fun to slide on a wide slope. It is fun to slide on a wide slope. And the last, Sam will not trade the prize that Jane gave him. Sam will not trade the prize that Jane gave him. Now, it's not necessary to practice all of these sentences each time. If they're hard, practice one or two and practice them until you can read them smoothly. Let's look at the next slide. Two-syllable words can also have a silent E. The silent E can be inside the word or it can be at the end of the word, but either way it will be at the end of a syllable. And notice that these are divided up into their syllables already. Cascade, cascade. Bath, robe, bathrobe. Combine, combine. Hopeless. Here the silent E is at the end of a syllable. Hopeless. Reptile, reptile. Dislike, dislike. Complete, complete. Cupcake, cupcake. Ignore, ignore. Mistake, mistake. Costume, costume. Invite, invite. Unsafe, unsafe. Inside, inside. Umpire, umpire. And notice that here the I does say its name. It's not, the IR by itself would make the sound, but when there's an E there, the I is saying its name. Umpire, umpire. And finally, tadpole, tadpole. All right, thank you for joining me. And in the next video, we will look at the next few jobs that the silent E has, and learning those jobs, learning those roles of the silent E is really going to help us in our reading and our writing.